and welcome to my Flosstube channel about cross stitch and the project bags I make. It is Monday, January 31st. The month is gone. I don't know where it went, but it's gone. And it is episode 27. Thank you for coming back, all my returning subscribers, and welcome. I've had quite a few new ones over the last week, so welcome. Thank you for coming. As you can see, I'm by myself tonight. Ashley had to go down to Georgia, and with the snowstorm, did not get to leave when she had wanted to, so she ended up driving all day yesterday, then working all night at the hospital, getting 3 hours of sleep, and then working all day today. So she's a little exhausted. So we will see her next week, hopefully. And I know she's got a lot of good stitching to show. She's been working on her mirabilias, so you're going to want to see that. But for this week, you just get me. And it's going to be a short one. Last week was kind of a rough week. The day after I filmed, Ashley and I filmed, migraine hit. And I don't know, I was just kind of wiped out from it most of the week. So stitching got kind of put by the wayside, and sewing and whatnot. So and then it's going to be a short one tonight because I'm dealing with another one today. These storm systems are just killing my head. So hopefully this is the end of it. I know we've got potential ice storm coming in Thursday. So hopefully not, but we'll see. But in spite of all that, I have an FO. One of my Whipco pieces, and if you're not familiar with Whipco is brainchild of Jessie Marie Does Stuff. There's a Facebook group, Whipco 2022. You create a bingo type board, you put projects, 24 projects, 25 if you don't want that free space. Three focuses in a month was a bit much for me this year, so I just did the 24. And she calls 2 numbers every month, and you set your own goals. And I had done 10 hours last year with all my sewing. That was too much, and I was doing too many other things, and blah blah. So I set it at 5 hours per project per month. I figured that's doable, and I could still do other things. So I had my sorry, I just dropped something. I had my Winter Wonderland Sal from the Historical Sampler Company. I'll put up where it was last week when you saw it. And over the weekend, I decided I wanted to make my goal for Whipco, because I hadn't put in 5 full hours because of Bringo, which I'll talk about in a minute. I didn't, but I wanted to finish it. And it ended up being a little bit more than what I thought I had left. But here it is. It is all done. Yay! So now my plan is I'm going to make it into a banner, and I'm either going to use, I have a gingerbread man needle minder that was from Caterpillar Cross Stitch, which was actually the very first Sal that I ever did, and that was back in 2019. I might use that kind of and make it an advent calendar, so you move it every day, during Christmas. Or I might get a different needle minder. Haven't quite decided yet. I might ask my son or my daughter. They both have the capabilities to make me like a circle. Haven't quite figured that out yet. I'll figure that out after I finish this completely. Right now, my next step will be to pick out fabric to go with this, which I'll ask my friend Jan, who is finisher extraordinaire at Keepsakes, and see what suggestions she has. So there it is, all ironed and finished. I hope that's my screenshot. If it's not, I'll make it my screenshot, because I have the capability to do that. So like I said, migraines, focused on that. I did have 2 new starts. I did not finish Bringo. Bringo, similar to Whipco, it's part of the magazine monthly challenge group, which is another Facebook group on Facebook. I was going to say on Instagram. It's on Facebook. So they call it a pop-up challenge, and they did AB Singo back in September, and Bringo is January, and once again you create like a bingo board. This time it is 25 projects. Your goal is 1 hour per project, and for this they gave prompts, so you match projects to your prompt. And I think I only had 5 days left that I did not finish because of the migraines, and then finishing that up. So one of which was the Christmas stocking. 2 hours were for my grandson's Christmas stocking. 1 was my oldest whip, which I knew I was not going to get that out. I am not ready to revisit that yet. Not with the Christmas stocking still hanging out there and a couple other things. And then I had 1 more time with keepsakes, tokens and tokens. Yeah, by Tell an Emblem. So I didn't get back to those, sadly. So I only have 3 Bringos completed, but you know, that's okay. It puts me in the running. I didn't get a blackout, but it puts me in the running for a gift card within the group, and you know, I can live with that. I did stitching and I had fun. You know, hey, Bringo got me to the Christmas stocking, the stitching done, so I'm at the back stitch. And don't you worry, because you will be seeing it in February, because Jessie Marie called the Whipco numbers for February, and it's the Christmas stocking. So I will be working on that for 5 hours again. And then Dorney Lane, which I showed last week, that was on my Bringo board as well. So I'm excited about those 2. So that's that. But I had 2 new starts. I'm doing a model stitch for Sue Hillis, and I will show you what I've stitched so far. I have not stitched much, and the only reason I'm showing, usually I wouldn't show you a model stitch because, you know, it's usually surprised by the designer, but she's posted on her Facebook page what's coming, the digital rendering. So I will show you. This is what I have stitched so far of what she's asked me to stitch, model stitch for her. So it will be cute. I'm going to work on that this week once this headache goes away. It's going to be a fun little stitch, and she showed me her finish idea for it, and I love it. So I think you will too, and I will share pictures with you after she finishes it up. So that was 1 new start. And then yesterday I got to attend the Acorns and Threads Gathering of the Acorns digital retreat. And that is or Gathering of the Nuts, excuse me. Acorns and Threads is a needlework store in Portland, Oregon. I have some Instagram Flosstube friends that are out in the Pacific Northwest, and that's how I got involved with it last year, which was their first one. They try to have a couple of in-person retreats in the year, and because of, you know, pandemic, Last year they tried the digital one and they had so many people from across the country, they decided to do it again this year. So this was my second one. I want to say, Janine said that there were like 40 states represented, 4 provinces in Canada. I know, is it Karen from Fox and Rabbit from Australia was on. So there were 217 people online at the height of the retreat. So it was a lot of fun. So we had received a package in the mail. It was all wrapped up. And we got to open it for the retreat. And at that time, we found out that Cindy Young from Luhu Stitches was the guest designer, and she was on the Zoom with us and talked about the pattern that she created and why she created it. Of course, it's got acorns because, you know, acorns and threads. And this guy, he's falling out of his tree, but he's not letting go of that nut. So during the retreat, I was stitching the whole time, and I got my squirrel done. He's very cute. So, so with the kit came, it's 32 count sand dune from Seraphim Fabric. So that's what color this is. It's really pretty. And then all the floss. So we had 4 DMC colors. We have 2 classic color works. We've got German chocolate and chili pepper. That's actually, there we go. The German chocolate's a little darker than it was showing. And then 3 weeks, we have amber, which I used in the acorn. We have marigold, which everything's kind of blown out tonight. My light, my husband was using it for an audition, and I think he amped up the lighting. Let's see if I can turn it down a little bit. There we go. There we go. That's it. And that's persimmon. So those will be used for the leaves and the triangles. So I'm looking forward to getting back to that. That was a cute stitch. Also, of course, we had our needle and our needle minder, Acorn Gathering 2022. And also we have a scissor fob, or I'll probably use it as a zipper pull, Acorn Gathering laser cut. So, and of course, you know, Stitchers, we can never be without a snack. Traditional acorn and thread snack is M&Ms. So I just was not, I had a migraine a little bit yesterday and my stomach just wasn't into M&Ms yesterday. So I'll have them as a snack some other time. So that was a lot of fun. We stitched on the Zoom, and Janine did a tour of the store. She had done one last year, but they remodeled and expanded after last year's retreat. So it was really fun to see how much bigger the store was. It is amazing, all the floss that they have. Incredible, incredible amounts of floss. So many different manufacturers, some I hadn't heard of. It was really cool. So if you're looking for floss and can't find it at your local store, call Acorns and Threads in Portland. I bet you'll find it. And it was a wonderful retreat, and I look forward to next year. I'm really hoping that maybe I can get into their in-person retreat in the fall. I've been to Portland. I liked it, but I wasn't stitching at that point. So I did not visit the store when I was there. I guess it was about 10 years ago. So I really love the Pacific Northwest. To me, the Pacific, especially Washington State, on the coast, if you've never been, especially if you're an East Coaster, you cannot understand what the West Coast is like if you've never been there. Especially Washington on the Pacific Ocean. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's a beautiful place. I would love to retire there. If I could have a house right there overlooking the ocean, I would love it. I don't know that I could ever afford that. And of course my children are here and my grandbaby is here, so you know it's anyway. So that's all the stitching I've done. Haul, that whole bag for the retreat is part of my haul. I got my January Bestitch Me, and I'm sorry I forgot to take this out of the bag. This month for January is called Coconut Shell. I get the 28 count, and that's pretty true to color. It's an interesting color. It's kind of a gray brown, or a browny gray. So I had something in mind that I was thinking I might do on it, but of course I didn't write it down and I forgot. So, you know, age. Okay. Black Needle Society. Before, I did not stitch on a piece. Yeah, that didn't have a gnome on it. I don't think you could really count the fall leaves as garden, so I did not accomplish my challenge card from last week. For this week, stitch on a piece you want to finish by the end of the year. Well, I should definitely do that, because tomorrow's February 1st and I need to be working on that Christmas stocking again. And I definitely want that done by the end of the year, because if I don't, I'm going to burn it. No, I'm not. I'm going to finish it. Also, Black Needle Society, if you received the happy hour stitching box, tomorrow starts the photo challenge with your unboxing. Remember, if you got the box, be sure to post photos on Instagram, because then you're entered for a $25 Etsy card. That is worth it. I mean, there's so many great designers on Etsy right now. You definitely want to. I hope everyone's gotten theirs. I know some of the international people have not yet. I hope it makes it to you quickly, because it's a really great box. And Black Needle Society also announced that because it is their 1-year anniversary, they're going to have special giveaways starting on Instagram tomorrow. So be sure, if you're not following the Black Needle Society on Instagram, start following them. You want to. And of course, as always, if you want something from the vault, I don't think these things will go in the vault until March 1st, but there's other things in the vault now. You use my code Lynn5 and get 5% off your purchase in the vault anytime this year. So definitely worth it. So keep that in mind. Project bags, I am working on. I am sorry, I don't know why I'm so fidgety tonight. It's probably the migraine medicine, because it's got a lot of caffeine in it, so I'm like more Italian than normal. Anyway, project bags. I've had a couple people reach out to me about my quarterly bag club. Carla Rolodex got me moving. I got with Colleen today, Rebel Stitcher, for the needle minder. I've spoken with Brooke, who is MI Studio Create, who has done my patterns, and we are working. I have picked and ordered the fabric. Yes, Carla, since this afternoon when we were talking. Colleen's working on ordering needle minders, and Brooke's going to get started on the pattern. I will have sign up start March 1st, and I'm hoping to mail mystery sets by the end of March. So it will technically be an April bag, and I will tell you the theme next week. I think you'll like it. I love the fabric. Of course, if I didn't love it, I wouldn't pick it, but you know, hey. But starting tomorrow, the African print bags that I had promised for last week, of course, migraine didn't happen, I will start listing tomorrow. This is what the first set looks like. So whether you love African prints or kind of thinking ahead to Valentine's Day, I haven't picked out what I'm having on the button yet, so that'll be a surprise tomorrow. I will have 8 of those. I will be starting a Snoopy print for Valentine's Day, and I have the next set of African print. I've got 2 different sets up here, and there's a third one that my husband is finishing cutting. So I should have at least 4 different African print bags this month and 2 Snoopy Valentine's Day for this month. God willing, migraines stay away, and life is not crazy. So, having said all that, I think that's it. There are a couple of challenges going on Instagram. Within the magazine monthly challenge, there's an acrostic for February, so if you're looking for something fun to do with your stitching, you can do that. There is an acrostic for February in the 24 Hours of Cross Stitch Facebook page. I don't think I mentioned last week, I did participate in the 24 Hours of Cross Stitch. That was on my birthday weekend, but I only stitched about 4 hours of the 24. It wasn't really successful for me. I don't know. Sometimes, you know, sometimes you just do other things, and that's okay. But so there's a special acrostic this month because it is Jen Lee's birthday this month. It is her 40th. Happy birthday, Jen. So there's a special acrostic that Jen just posted for February on there. And then the Nap Time Stitcher is having a Olympic challenge, and I had meant to pull that up. I'll put it up here. I don't know if you'll be able to see it that well, but basically it starts on February 4th with the opening ceremonies of the Olympics and goes through the entire Olympic Games. There's special prompts each day that you can stitch. So if you're looking for a challenge for February, you know, you're bored with the year already, you just need a pick-me-up, do something fun. Any of those 3 are available for you. And of course, you know, my challenge from my Black Needle Society deck. So, that is all. I will stop babbling. I'm amazed I have lasted this long, and this has lasted this long. So, have a good week. I wish for you no migraines. I wish for you health and a lot of fun. Happy stitching. Happy start of the Olympics. And we'll see you next week.